What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another session of Build, Break, and Fix brought to you by the one and only the Rule Coders. Yes, and today it's Kartik and Zane at your service. I'm building a web app of excuse me, web app of a Kanban board. Sorry about the hiccup. I think I totally messed the intro with the hiccup, but yeah, how we feeling tonight, Kay?
Pretty good, pretty good. How are you?
I am very good. Happy Friday.
Yeah, sure.
You sound whatever. Just another day, huh?
Yeah, it is pretty much. But yeah, nice man. What did you do today?
Yeah, got some pretty much hell of a lot of stuff done. Was very productive on the work side and on the personal side so far.
Nice.
How's your snacks going for you?
Pretty good. I'm having nuggets and chips.
Oh,
Sorry.
brilliant! Is that your dinner? Is it?
I don't know yet. That's what I'm eating
Uh,
currently. If I feel
cool.
hungry again, then I'll eat again.
I see. Yeah, that's cool.
Hmm.
First of all, before we start, I'll play the acknowledgement and then we can take it from there. All
Yep.
right. So here goes. I begin today by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather today and pay my respects to their elders past, present, and future. I extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here today. Fantastic. So I'll just give a bit of a brief recap on what we got up to as in me and Finesh. So what we did was we tried to access the the response that we were getting from the fetch request. It turns out the reason we can't access that response is because it's made up of string. It's not an actual array object. So also Tori did actually open a PR as well on the repo, and Tori, yes, I did, I did get a really brief moment to have a glance at it, but
Yep.
turns out that I'll just actually show what Tori did. I think that will be
Yeah.
helpful for everyone.
Yeah.
So I'll just open up the repo first and then share my screen. By the way, Tori, you probably have as in written the change in the method that weren't supposed to be changed. So I'm not going to be accepting that PR, but I'm pretty sure that the logic that you have applied to that method can be applied to the method that we actually working with. So yeah, there'll be one advantage of as in seeing how you approached it. And no, I don't reckon it is a waste of time, because even though the method is different, but they're both doing the same thing, except they're getting different content. So the logic should pretty much work in the other method as well. All right. That being said,
Can you share
mm,
your screen and show me the PR? I have no context whatsoever.
yes, I was just gonna do that because I'm handling the comments and keeping track of everything myself, so it can become a bit hard
Yeah, I'll do the chat.
while you eat. So yeah.
I'll do the chat.
Okay. Cool. So there we
Why
go. There.
unfollow Tori? Why?
So can you see my screen now?
Yeah, yeah, I can.
Okay, cool. Okay, so the PR that Tory Littlefield opened was this one, and this was the change he made. So from this, as in
Mhm.
you can probably forget about the method, but he changed this code into this code.
Right. This is the okay. Got it. Which file? Right. So here try. What's the problem again, though? With
So the problem was that we weren't getting a as an array object back
Mhm.
from the response. We were getting a string, which we can't really do anything with.
What's the problem with Tori's code?
So Tori's code is in the wrong method. So the method we want to do it with is get board's name.
Right. I think we
Yeah.
can edit his PR, and then we can like accept the same thing. If he's
Right.
keen on um
Yeah. That would be actually a good idea. Except I don't really know how to do that. Except comment,
yeah,
approve, or request.
request changes. So you have to yeah, just try change the name,
Ah. Okay.
and you can do it.
Ah. Okay. I see. I see. So that will please, please insert.
That's like the biggest tech lead vibe. Like you can check
Yeah.
PR and stuff.
Ah. Yeah. True though.
Dan's
This
getting there.
logic in the correct method which is for names.
What do you mean, Tori? That was the method that was not returning a response? I didn't get that. Like this method, get bored. Oh, Tori says that
Um. Mhm.
that method was returning a response, but wasn't working because of parsing errors. The get boards method.
Okay. Clearly, I'm not on the same page as Tori. So what we can do is
Maybe
open the
you can
entire
bring
thing
him
up.
on call. Tori didn't join.
Actually,
Would,
actually,
would that be okay then?
yeah, for sure, man. If you wants to, okay, cool, cool.
Easy.
Let's get him in. I'll just stop sharing my screen to open Slack,
Yep. Interesting.
and there we go. There we go, Tori. I've just Slack share the URL.
Tori's our part-time streamer now.
Yeah, it's fun to have him though.
Yeah. Oh,
He has always
that
these kind of interesting names.
What? You won't
that took,
accept my PR?
that took exactly 20 seconds from me saying let's get Tori to planning with him.
Oh, oh my god. Oh my god.
Let's have a one-on-one.
Okay, what I meant was because I didn't know that I can actually comment and ask you to change it. That's what that. I said it. I didn't know you would take it personal.
No, I don't at all. I just thought it
Yeah.
was funny. I'm like, they're rejecting my PR?
How dare they?
How dare yeah, exactly. How dare you?
I'm the most expensive dev in Bali.
You have no idea how much time I spent on creating that method. Like
That is
five
really
5 minutes.
appreciated.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
That's my question.
300 second, isn't it? Wow, that's a lot of seconds in there as well.
Yeah, you don't accept that PR, you owe me 5 minutes back.
All right, cool. Now I'll probably take you out for a coffee. Don't worry.
What did I mess up? Did I
And no,
it
no.
was the wrong
So
function?
I think I might not be on the same page as you then. So I'll just share my screen again. Right. So the actual function that we were editing was get boards, get board names. It's one in which we only want the board names, and then we want to interact with it. Is that the same method that, as in,
No,
that was creating the
I
problem?
edited get boards, but it's just like I left it generic just to return a JSON object. Like I
Yeah,
didn't because
of course.
I don't know the data shape. I don't know
Yeah,
what it's
yeah.
returning. So
It,
basically I just created a fetch function that you can just reuse, I suppose, for
mm-hmm,
get methods.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. So basically, even though that it shouldn't be in this method, the code, the logic can be applied to as in both the methods, basically, and it's quite generic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just if you if I don't know what's on the other end, like I don't know what the server is
Yeah.
returning because
Mhm.
I got confused by looking at some of the other functions.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I don't know why, for instance, like get board by name looks like it's returning a JSON object and then you're stringifying it. I'm a bit confused about that,
Okay.
but
So the entire okay, probably we are going in circles. So what I can do is I will use this code in the code and then test it. How about that?
okay. That
Right?
yeah, you can just if you're returning a JSON object from the server, then this will work unless it's not the right URL for the endpoint. But it will. This is just like a generic fetch function. You can just rename it whatever you want. Should
Yeah,
work.
yeah, yeah. True
All right.
that. So I'll just do this and then paste it.
Saved my PR. I saved it.
Yeah. Oh, well done, Tori. Well done, mate. Good
Thanks.
game there.
Thank you.
This was the biggest project in history of modern
I'm
web.
gonna put it on my contributions list on my resume.
Heck yeah, man. As in that was basically the purpose that as in we all do this project because it all goes into our good contributions of this IT industry.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So basically, you're saying that this would give me all the board names. So if I do here console.log and do this and now test it.
Ow!
Um, sorry. Any chance you can mute your mic?
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. All right, here we go. So testing on the live server. Yeah, no, yes, yeah, no. CD client. Run the serve on this. Okay, whoa, it took me straight there. That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, that always does that.
Okay, so if I press go, I should see
Yeah.
the array.
Yes. And you do, don't you?
Items, and I do. Yes, but is this really an is an array?
It's
I'm
kind
just
of
gonna make right. That was one of the things that we faced me and finished. So what I'm gonna do is change the URL to have board names. That should do the trick. Come on, don't want you. There we go.
Did you get? Oh no.
Now see what's happening because now we're actually using that method.
Oh, so it's undefined.
Yeah, it's undefined.
It's sad. Like, can you access the endpoint? Just put it in the browser and try accessing the endpoint. The
I
go to
know.
Chrome.
I know what you're saying. I'm just trying to avoid
Right.
that by
Yeah.
doing as in fast track it, but I guess there's no way. Board names. Yeah, that should be fine because. Oh, hang on. There's a
That is
space
fine.
there.
Yeah. That shouldn't be a problem actually.
Hmm.
Browser.
Yeah.
I'm
If we,
particularly interested in accessing the board names endpoint.
yeah. Here we go. Board ID is not valid.
That is interesting.
So why are
Hey, GegDev, how's it going? Hello.
method get?
Ooh, interesting.
So saying board. No, that isn't the one. I need to hard refresh it.
Yeah.
Board.
The endpoint is a 400, so it's the wrong endpoint somewhere. First of all,
URL plus. Yeah, which would be board names. Let me just because
board names isn't working anywhere. Like even in Postman, so it's something in the backend first.
board ID is not valid. It's saying.
Try doing it in Postman. Interesting. Hey, angry dev.
All right, here we go. So is the endpoint even right? Right. Okay.
Oh, no, it's not.
Apparently not. Endpoint was wrong. That one, and then board names.
Why would you not do that there?
No. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. would be in that way.
Tori, did you see I
That's-
changed your name?
Hey, you can't do that. Angry Bird. Fine.
I
I'll go
named
with
him from Angry Dev to Angry Bird.
I'm not angry anymore. If you
Oh.
merge that PR,
So,
I'll be happy Dev.
subjectively angry.
Okay, so this is coming up, but if that's
Yep.
okay, so which means that on the first instance, which one is so on the first ever instance, this one is being console logged
Yeah,
here
yeah, yeah.
on the
Yeah,
first one, which means that we do get an array, which is fair enough.
Yeah, that
We
is
need
good.
this. So now we need to use this array.
Mhm.
So we can probably do what Tori written in the first place, but in the wrong method.
Why
So
are you returning it right away?
huh?
Got it. Yeah, I get what you're doing
All right,
now.
cool. So here we would get the array, and that's going to be stored in the board names.
Yep.
And then we are simply, I want to check the type of the board names and the actual
Right.
array. So
Yeah.
coming up too. So let's do that.
Yes. That is going to be interesting.
Object. Okay. So it's coming up as objects, which is fine because it is an object, but it's an object of array. So I think we need to just stringify this object because it just has to.
Hmm.
And that's where I think Tori had a bit of an argument, as in, why are you doing this? So if I'm assuming you have a better way, Tori, how would you suggest that if we shouldn't just stringify this JSON object to see all the content of it? How would we do that?
Where in the code is this being returned?
So in the code, okay, so the response is coming in your code. Okay, here,
Okay,
return boards objects, and
so
then
it should be returning a JSON object.
yes, which it is in the board names because is an objects only,
Uh-huh.
and then unless we stringify the object, we can't see its content. But we want to be able to access the content of this object.
Okay, so nothing's happening to it. It's just, you're just trying to log it out in the console.
Yeah, so it's essentially I want to be able to see the content of it being stored in this variable.
Okay. Yeah, just it's weird that, like, object in JavaScript, if I'm not mistaken, means it's a string version of an object. But it shouldn't be because we've already parsed it.
I'm not following you now.
Maybe I thought that's what it is. But what if you
Okay.
so what happened when you logged it inside of that function? the
It
fetch
comes as an
function.
object. Comes as an object.
No, I mean inside of the fetch, inside of that get boards method.
Over here, you mean?
Yeah. Did you log out?
It comes, yes, and it comes as an array.
Okay, so I think if you just console log it without the bors.arrow thing, like maybe that's the problem. I don't know. Maybe it's a weird thing with console logging it in the browser.
It can't be that because console.log just shows you as in prints out.
But you're coercing it into a string with that plus. That's why I think. That's JavaScript.
So
See
here,
that plus? Yeah, when
Uh-huh.
you do that in JavaScript, it's a coercion, and then it's going to turn the
Because
object into a string.
but it's not turning the object into a string. It's just simply outputting the object here as this. But if I do
Sorry, Gekdev. Okay, so try this on line. Just make a new space on line 26 and just log out board names without anything else.
I just read that.
Please, please.
Yeah, you're in the board show, so you have to be a board.
There's all these like I think that's the problem because there's all these operators. Yeah, see, that's it. It's just turning it into a string.
You're right. You're right. I see. Right. So basically in JavaScript in JavaScript,
Yeah.
everything if you concatenate it to a string, then it will also turn it into a string as well.
Yeah, I can't remember
Okay,
the exact
interesting.
sequence inside the spec in JS, but like I think if you have a string and a number, it's going to turn that number into a string. And then if you have a string, I think the
Okay.
first thing it does, if there's a string, it's going to say turn this other thing into a string. But I don't know. I'd have to look at the spec again.
Right. Okay, yeah, I got you now.
What you could do is instead of using the plus, if you just use a comma, it should work.
Oh, let's try that because I'm really curious now. That way. So if we do this one, comment this out, refresh it. Haha. Wow. Okay. I learned something new about JavaScript now.
Yeah. There's
Fantastic.
like all these JavaScript operators that
Right.
are a little bit overloaded. Well,
Mm,
so you have to be careful like how you use them.
that makes sense. Yeah. Perfect. That makes a lot more sense now. Thanks for pointing that out, Tori. I literally learned something new about JavaScript.
Well, this is what I do all day, every day. Is I only work in JavaScript. So
Yeah.
Right. I see.
and TypeScript has helped me a lot to avoid like some of these type, these errors.
Right. I see.
Because it would yell at me if I tried to do something and then it's not an object anymore because I coerced it to a string. I mean, I think still in that instance, but
right. I see. Yeah,
saves your butt.
That makes a lot of sense, and no wonder why everyone is going to TypeScript now.
Tori, you don't belong in this show.
Wow. Come on, man. Be nice to each other. Be nice.
I don't know.
No, it's just.
Come on.
Are we still approving? Are we approving the PR then?
Yes, we will, but commenting on that afterwards as well. So actually, I'll just do that here now. I'll just do
Actually,
it now.
happy. There you go. You got your new name.
Um, um, uh, Kartik,
Yes.
do you wanna continue with the code while I do his PR?
Yeah. I mean, I do want to see how we do the PR. Except I've never accepted the PR. Even the other guy's PR, I just didn't know how to accept it.
Okay, but then I think there would have probably been a good idea to let me
Yeah. Just let me know
know
how
as
to
in
do that.
previously. So it's
Yeah.
been about 5 weeks. So I
Yeah.
really
That's my.
so
Uh.
please.
Oh. Thanks, Kegdev. Oh yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Kegdev. Tom Scott reference. Yeah.
You got 1,000 views. That's great, man.
Yeah. No.
Fantastic.
Here I was a bit amazed. I was like, "What? That's not real." But yeah, it's doing okay. The video, I think. Thanks for the PR. Although the code. That's funny. I'm just gonna get the reference.
Uh,
So I'm planning to like interview this guy, um, who spent 10 years in marketing. Now he switched. No, sorry, 6 years as a crew in Emirates, and then 4 years in marketing. Now he switched to a data scientist. So that was interesting.
hmm.
I wish you were here, Tori. Like you made a major pivot as well. So I was trying to put a video out for
Was
people
it
who pivoted.
was that on your stream?
Yeah, I'm trying to put a,
Oh,
like, a little podcast, but I want to do it in person. So yeah, if you want to fly down to Melbourne, that would be good.
oh, yeah. Are they? Is the air? Or can you get into Australia
Yeah,
now?
now you can.
Oh, you
Yes.
can.
Yeah,
Okay.
from 2 days ago you can.
Oh, really? Just 2 days? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So might be a good idea to visit us. What
Oh
do you
man,
say, Zen?
yeah. They need to open up the air. Well, they did open up the airport. They need to have flights.
They do. It's you need to have the will to visit us. That's all.
They have flights now direct to Bali.
I think they do. But let me see. Bali to
Because as far as I've heard so far, every day I check, there's no international flights that's coming to Bali. They've reopened since October 15th.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
just no airline will take them up on it. Or I don't know,
Let me
maybe it's also the
see.
government.
Okay, yeah. So right now they're expensive, but from February 1st, I can see very cheap um flights from
Do you have
yeah
to quarantine in Australia or no?
3 days. It can
Yes.
be
Ah,
anywhere.
boo, 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 boo.
What?
Too expensive.
No,
Can't do
so
it.
it's not hotel quarantine. It's 3 days, but you have to do it at your home. Like you can just stay in your hotel or wherever you're staying.
True.
It would be a
True.
hotel
All right,
though.
guys.
Where?
So I'm moving forward.
Yes.
Thanks to Tori, as in who helped us in getting the data board name exactly as we wanted, although in the method they shouldn't have been. But I've actually commented on your I've actually uh, asked for some changes in your PR. So if you can update the PR, Tori, and then we can review that again and finally approve the PR, your first PR of the project, isn't it?
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, sure. I'll fix it. What do you want me to fix?
Totally up to you, mate.
No, he said what?
What do you want me to
what?
fix?
Just so all the code is working fine, but there has to be in this method, as in get board names,
Get boards to get board names.
as in get board names. So your code
Oh, get
has
board names. Okay.
to be here.
Okay.
Hang on, I'll just Slack you because
I'll take a
uh,
screen. I'll take it. Yeah. Also, no if
Get
statement.
dev says no. All right, I'll change that.
I think
I'll change
that's
that
pretty
into a
much
switch.
that's pretty much the reason it got rejected.
Switch if response dot okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And also trying to switch instead of these bad boys here.
That makes sense.
Well, and yeah, you can just that should work for all your get methods if you just have it take a parameter in as your URL, your params, whatever, your slug. You can just reuse that get method. In fact, you could reuse it for a lot of your fetch.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then you could just have it return.
Right.
Just just return the JSON object and then do some filtering, whatever you need to do with the object that comes out.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, so that was actually a really good logic, and the best part is that you made it generic, as in it's not just suitable for this as in specific scenario, but it's actually suitable for all this similar scenarios as well. So
yeah,
that was
I get
fantastic.
tired of writing fetch inside of like React or something for every component, and it really just like you just make a custom hook and then it's just a fetch hook, and then you just throw in some parameters and you get back what you want.
What do you mean by that though? Like, I don't know how that works. You make one hook.
Yeah, it's just a thing in React. You can write your own hooks, is what it's called, but basically it's kind of like a generic. Well, I wouldn't say a generic. It's a function you can create and share across components in React.
Right. Which is it? Is it the purpose of this function is to do fetch?
Huh?
The purpose of this function is to fetch data, or?
Yeah. So you could do something like dev saying something, but yeah, you can do something like use. You could call it like use fetch, and then you can have like error states and loading states, and then like return data, and so you can have like different components render based on the logic in React. I don't know. I mostly work in React, so like I've gotten used to more of the reusable patterns.
Yeah. Is it like GraphQL? What you're saying?
No. It's just like, in JavaScript you can write a function and reuse it, but in React, like if you want to reuse a function, you use context as sharing something across. Yeah, so you can make your own custom hook that basically you can reuse and share this hook across multiple components throughout your application.
Right. Okay. Makes sense. That's pretty
interesting stuff.
I think our project could have benefited from something like this.
Well, just some simple refactoring, you'd be fine. Like because if I was gonna give like if I was gonna go in and refactor stuff, I would just make like kind of a generic fetch function,
right.
and then
Right.
pass in like the method. Like if I want it to be post put patch, I just put
Yeah.
that in as an argument with the headers, and
But-
then out comes a JSON object or something like that. But maybe for put in post, you maybe want to use a different function because like you may have different things coming out of there or not, or
Mhm.
nothing at all.
Right. But it's interesting that you say that because I remember when Sam came in, I don't remember Zen, if you remember, he kind of said the same thing to create like a generate function.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, as
I
in,
remember it because I had a word with him after that. But yeah, go ahead.
and no, continue.
Yeah, I just had a word with him about this thing. Like he was also saying like maybe you guys should make a generic function or just switch to GraphQL. But it was just interesting to think about. Honestly, it's nothing into it.
Yeah, well, yeah, GraphQL is like totally different though, in terms
Mm.
of like the whole server side. So it's
Yeah,
far too late, but
yeah.
it does make the front end super easy. But
Mm.
like it's not a big deal, anyways. It's just kind of just like drying up the code is all, instead of
Yep.
just like writing the same thing a lot. But
Fair
no
enough.
big deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yes,
perfect.
sure.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Let's.
You should stay though.
Thank you.
I'll go. I'll just hop off and I'll just go fix that PR, and then I'll let you guys do your work. I don't want to. I don't want to get.
Oh, you muted yourself. Okay. Cool. Fair enough, Tori. Thanks for that.
Cool.
Yeah, thanks for
Thank you,
having me
Tori.
on.
Yeah.
Nice to
Yeah.
see you
Thanks
guys.
for coming up and for the PR. Though, look forward to receiving your changes and approving it.
Thanks for
Yes.
taking my changes. All right. Thank you. Have a good night, guys.
Thank
See you. Good night, Tori.
you, Tori. Actually, partially happy dev. You do partially happy dev.
Yeah, because I did that when you didn't accept his PR, but you said you will, so so he was partially happy.
Ah, okay, I see. Yeah, I
So
thought that if I accepted, then in the as in real world, then as in if the logic is if the logic is implemented in the wrong method, as in the tech leads would not accept the PR at all. They will send it right back. So I just thought that.
strict boy.
Yeah. Anyway,
Didn't
moving
like
forward.
Yes.
So where were we? Right. So now that is done.
So the end
Um,
result is it works, right?
yes, it's working, but we still have to interact with the, as in array, which I'm trying to do over here with the find method
Yeah.
of the
Oh yeah,
array.
that thing. Yeah, we didn't make it work.
Yeah.
I think I looked into it actually, and I looked into it while work because we did kind of a similar thing at
Mhm.
work. But they did it with types. I mean, yeah, pretty much the same thing. He was fine only. Can't remember what it was. What's that? Is that me?
Okay.
Oh,
Huh?
that noise. What? Was that me or?
Um, I, I'm not
I
sure.
was.
Might have been me as
Uh,
well. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm gonna test this one and see if this works.
yeah, if it doesn't work, just do a for loop. Honestly. Okay, it's making. I'm not making
So
sense.
if we do T1,
I literally am not.
find is no function at go. In 26. Okay, so saying find is no function at go. Type of. I've already got this there. I want to check what the type of it coming up as. object. So it's coming up as an object. We need to have an array. Yeah, because find is for arrays, no object.
That makes sense.
So if we do convert object to array. Convert an object to an array. How does that work? Object keys person. Object to convert property names of a person object to an array. Use object keys. Object keys that okay, right. See.
Yeah. This is the same thing which we use for checking if it's null or not, if you remember. Object
names.
Object keys.
Person. Yeah. First name is John, last name Doe. So basically this would mean that we are property names is the person and property. Okay. So how about if we do
Yeah. That
const names keys equals object dot keys board names and then const board name and values object dot keys names, and then we need to check in this one board names if this is actually what does this give me? Log
object keys.
Board names. Connect board name values.
What's wrong with line 26? GetDev says.
Items count.
Oh, that's just the right. The I don't know how to explain the schema of the object, or if that makes sense.
Yeah, so we don't need object to items.
Oh wait, yeah. GetDev says do object dot values, not object dot keys. You did object dot keys.
My bad. Yeah, that makes sense. What was I thinking? So we need free. Okay, cool.
First thing is an array. Second thing is the length of the array.
Array and the length of the array. Yeah, but we just need this one, values.
Yeah.
So if we do find that one and then
just console.log.items of this thing, or at one or something. Is it an array? Can you show what the data structure is? Yeah, that might help.
Still an object.
I mean, yeah, it has to be.
Choose find object by the in an array. No, that's This is especially for arrays.
See, the issue is that we need to find
Hmm.
inside the. I don't know how to.
I think we might need to take a longer approach, which means that destructing all this. I'll show you what I mean. Destructing all this to
Or,
be in one array.
right, so you just want to do like a for loop? Is that what you're saying?
Probably that
Yeah,
will
see that?
destruct it and do it that way. Okay, we will probably have to do it that way then.
The audience doesn't like for loop for sure.
Yeah, neither do I.
Trying to think of a. I mean, I'm pretty sure we can. I don't know how we are not able to extract it with find in general.
Because find is only the function of an array, but this is apparently an object,
Right,
not
right,
an array.
Yeah, I think Jagdev's right. We should just use a debugger. I think we should have done that before, but
Actually, I think that was my tonight's task as an off stream will be to set up a debugger in
yeah, and
VS Code.
get live server as well while you do that. That
I
as well.
already have that. In
Oh, very
case you
nice.
haven't noticed.
I did not. That's pretty cool.
Right. So that is it. Then, okay, let's just probably start doing the custom array one.
Okay, I'm just gonna try it one more time on the internet. Till you do that.
Cool. Object. Object keys zoo values zoo. Alright, object of values zoo. Okay. Object of values, yeah, board name values. Board names values, board names values.
So that works. I don't know why
So in an array, it's the first.
Why do I feel like that's not the best way we can see what actually it is?
Because
Right.
it might not be, if you have a feeling.
Yeah, we just can't see. Okay, look at my screen for just 1 second, son. Look at this example.
I can't see the monitor. The code.
One sec. Give me 1 sec. Sorry. I'll make this smaller. Oh, I can't. Yeah.
So it's taking the restaurants in an array, and then it's taking one restaurant. That's not really the structure that we have.
What structure do we have? Can we draw it here?
So we have it.
Actually, you draw it. I think it'll be
Actually, Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll just screen.
delivery schools. Edit. So we have this sponsor board names.
Yep.
Okay, and then there's an array. Okay,
Yes.
and then there's the first item, second item, third item. Okay, and our array of board names is here. Okay,
Yep.
and then we have board names K1, and then if
Right.
you duplicate that one to this.
Yep. Makes
This
sense.
is our structure at the moment.
Right.
So we have an array.
Yep.
Within the first index of that array, we have an other array.
Mhm.
And then in that array, we have different, actually, objects like this.
So it's an array of an array of an objects.
Objects.
Yeah. Right. Makes
Array,
sense.
array, objects.
Yeah. So why can't we go to the zeroth element, and then access the object? I'm just trying to see if you print the zeroth element of the zeroth element, what's gonna print? The console.log it.
To be honest, I'm doing that many console logs that by the end of this project, I might be able to touch type console.log. Support names 0.
Yep.
And then
Try this first. Let's see what we get.
undefined.
Whoa.
Actually, hang on a minute. I'm gonna do all of these and just in Tory's comma way.
Yep. Tori wrote something.
Undefined.
Tori wrote something in the chat.
Do you want to speak out to me?
It's a piece of code, so I think it's better we look at
Oh,
it.
right. In the chat. I can't see any. Right, object. Yeah, we tried that already, Tori. Array object. Okay, the thing is that we are the object is not showing up as an array apparently when it loads up. So if you see here, it's
Yeah.
coming up as object.
Right. Got it.
Alright, I'm gonna probably work on it in my own time now.
Okay. Yeah. Let me know how you go. But yeah, like Cactus, right? It's an object type.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I think we need to do dot how do we access it again?
Actually, dot board names dot board name.
Can I just try board? I try that. Oh, Well, that helps. I think Zen refreshed his screen. And there we have him.
Okay, that's my
Oh.
fault. Right, so where were we? All right.
Yeah.
Board names. Board. Actually, I'm gonna do this. Board names. Board. Name.
Why
Okay.
don't you JSON stringify it for once and see the actual structure in JSON of this whole thing? How does that sound?
And this is stringing.
Yeah, that's fine. Just JSON stringify board names.
Mhm.
Not take out the board name at the end. Dot board name. Take that out. Yeah. Easy days, and you can close the console. Yeah. Easy. Let's try this. If not, you can follow me.
I learned this trick from my senior dev at my workplace, putting arrows.
Right. That helps.
Okay, so this is the
The
structure when we
Okay, so it's inside items. So if you do board name dot items.
board name.
Sorry, my bad. Just
No
board
items.
print board name dot items at 0. Try printing that. At 0. Yeah, do not JSON stringify this and let's see what happens. There you go. You got the first one, I think.
So that means that if I do items only, it should give me
Yeah, give you the
what
whole
we
array.
want. Mhm.
And then you can get what you want. It's like, oh, yeah, I think that should work.
Yeah.
Now you can do a dot find inside the items. Do that. Then
Mhm.
on line 24 only, you just try it there. Oh, actually, yeah. Do
Yeah.
that there.
In here,
Yeah. So dot items.
items dot find.
Items, yeah. Dot find.
And then
No, wait. Can you go ahead and construct a variable? Make this thing as value or something. Give it. No, not that. Do console.log here. Yeah. Where you have written board name with B and N capital.
yeah,
Give it some other name. I don't know. Just
item. How about this?
yeah. I don't know. Can you go up? Oh wait, where is value defined?
Here.
Oh right. Oh, that sucks. Okay, so can you do one thing? Go on line number 29 and do let or const whatever. Do let.
Whatever.
Yeah. Variable name, item, whatever. Give. Sorry, one sec. Yep. Yeah, equal to. Bracket open.
If you want to do it, just tell me.
I want to construct the JSON object, so do bracket open. Oh no, like curly,
So
just curly says.
in this way.
Yeah, and whatever the board name is, K1 or whatever that was inside it. Don't do the round brackets, just do the curly. The round brackets then.
Yeah, that way.
We don't want the round brackets at the end as well. Yeah. Yes, and then do K1 in front of it and put both of them in double quotes. Double quotes, yeah. Not the whole thing. Both of them separately in double quotes. Yeah. Easy. Now semicolon. Also, items is already a thing. Items. Oh wait, that's
No, it's not.
okay. Fine. Instead of value, now give items. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Instead of K1, it should be value. My bad. Sorry. Yeah, should be value. Right. Yeah. I think that should be fine. Yeah, let's give this a try. We need triple equal to.
Because it's the same data type. Right. And everything has to match. Right.
Let's try this, or we'll call it a night. It didn't work. All right.
This should be fine because if
Sorry, man. I don't know.
can you please put that on?
Yeah, I did.
On mute.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, that's T2. That's why.
I think this is exactly how it should work because what find does is if we can't find the input that we want in an array, it would give us undefined. But if I do K as in T2, it should give me T2 now in the console.
Yeah, that's
No,
true.
I was wrong.
Yeah. Okay, we'll come back to this tomorrow.
Yeah.
GetDev says, please do a 2-hour special tonight. I don't think so. I can. Can you?
Actually, we will take that as a challenge for someday. Oh, that I would love to get that, but I've already got some, as in really important commitments that unfortunately I can't really postpone any longer. Otherwise, I'll be in big trouble.
Data shape. Yes, we'll do that. Tori.
Yes, cool. Okay, you can do that one. It will just probably be a 2-second job.
So sending me the data shape.
Yeah, just from
Okay.
I'll upload. I'll push the code, and you can probably send him from there.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks, GetDev. Thanks, Tori, for joining in today. Can you guys? Yeah. Yeah. Tori is our part-time streamer now. So
Yeah.
welcome aboard, Tori. That is interesting.
Brilliant. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Tori, for the good PR. And we value your contributions, and yeah, let's call it a night. Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining in and seeing us, as in how we come to a particular solution well, still about to, but it's looking really promising.
Yeah.
Yeah, me as tomorrow. Actually, not tomorrow, on Sunday now, at same place, same time, and a same task as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Didn't let me speak, but that's all right.
Yeah, I think you were busy in your phone
Nah,
or something.
I was
So
waiting for the same task.
all
But
right,
no, that sounds pretty good.
perfect.
Sunday it is, and
Thanks,
let's go.
guys. Yeah, perfect. Have a good night, guys. Cheers.
All right. Good night. Cheers. Bye.